Hello, I'm the Cartoon Gentleman, and in my vast unending loneliness, I finally find some pony else to converse with. So everyone, please welcome BeatBoxBlade.
Help! He kidnapped me from my channel!
Oh, tomato, kidnapping, slightly inconveniencing for the sake of companionship.
You're crazy!
That is a matter of perspective. So, do you want to collab?
Why should I?
Well then, let me put it to you in another way. Do you want to do a collab? Or should I shoot you in the face?
Okay, so what do you want to review?
This is the Canterlot wedding. The story begins with the main six having a lovely picnic as Spike comes running in saying that they've all been recruited to help with a royal wedding between Princess Miyamore Cadenza and...
My brother?
Wait, did you know Twilight had a brother?
No, did you?
Nope. Way to go, writers. You managed to make your first ever character tailor-made specifically to service the plot. It wouldn't really be as noticeable if it wasn't Twily's brother, but since he is, it really makes it more obvious that the writers are just pulling him out of their asses to push the plot along.
Characters cannot be slaves to the plot.
Amen, bro.
Don't call me that. So the main six take a nice train ride to Canterlot where a giant bubble shield is covering the kingdom. But no time for that now, as Pinky has come down with a bad case of confetti.
Don't judge me. Equestrian diseases are very strange. So Twilight confronts Shining Armor, where the captain of exposition himself explained why there's a bubble shield encircling Canterlot, as well as who exactly he's marrying, Princess Cadence, yet another character with a special relationship to Twilight.
For shame, Hasbro, having not one, but two characters with connections to the main cast that have never been mentioned before now?
Well, if nothing else, we get this little number. Sunshine, sunshine, ladybugs awake. Clap your hooves and do a little shake.
What is wrong with you?
I have been so lonely here.
Anywho, right away, Twilight knows something is off about Cadence as she acts completely horrid to her and all of her friends. Twilight tries to talk to her friends about it.
And I actually really like this. Good old Twilight is actually being honest with her friends and making her problems known. Great communication skills. Unfortunately, her friends don't see it as that, as they check up Twilight's paranoia as simply being possessive of her brother. Wait a minute, isn't this the same problem they faced back in Lesson 0?
It does have similarities, but at this moment, Twilight has more ponies to go to this time, like Princess Luna, who we clearly see isn't too far away.
Now there, Blade. You can't have a princess solve all the problems. That would be actually easy.
Too easy? Luna could comfort her, give her advice. Gosh darn heck, Luna doesn't do anything in this entire arc. She doesn't fight in the battle, she doesn't help her sister or the main six. They deliberately left her on the sidelines for no reason through the entire wedding.
Hey, no spoilers. We're still far too early in the episode for that kind of talk. So Twilight decides to visit her brother, to try to talk him out of marrying Princess Cadence, only to discover that Cadence is using evil mind control brainwashing power on him.
Can that really be chalked up to evil? Twilight is making a huge leap to a conclusion.
Oh no, my friend. It is a proven fact that everything lime green is evil. Just look at any Disney movie.
So now Twilight should bring this up to her friends and the princess, right?
Well, if by bring up and talk about, you mean call her out during the wedding rehearsal in front of literally every pony, including Pony God, then yes.
Does it work out?
About as well as expected. Indeed, despite Twilight saying earlier that her and Shining Armor never fought, he blatantly calls her out on everything she said and explains the situation bluntly to her, and all her friends and mentor turn their back on her, leaving her in a sullen and sorrowful state. And then, the icing on the cake, Cadence brutally burns Twilight alive!
What? No, that never happened.
Well, it kinda did, as we clearly see that Twi is engulfed in green flames, and then it cuts to credits. You know, a kid's cartoon!
But wait, there's a part 2.
Ah, yes. Part 2. Proceed.
Well, as we see, Twilight survived and is locked up within a crystal prison as Cadence antagonizes Twilight to fire random magic attacks to reveal the real Cadence. After proving she's the one, they both quickly head down the path to freedom. But isn't it weird how Cadence knew the way out before Twilight found her? She could have gotten out already.
I like to refer to this meme for this situation.
Questions for later.
So, before we look into how exactly Cadence and Twi made it to the wedding at exactly the right moment at exactly the right time, let's focus on how awesome this day aria is.
No, I do not love the groom. In my heart there is no room, but I still want him to be all mine.
Okay, we're done.
So Cadence states that the fake Cadence is a changeling where she stupidly reveals herself and starts monologuing like an 80s villain. But look, her legs look like Swiss cheese.
That's racist! So after Celestia is clearly shown to be monstrously underpowered for a god, it's time for Deus Ex Machina powers! Twilight and company race to the elements of harmony, but to no avail as every changeling in the whole goddamn world rides right down on them.
But we do get an awesome fight scene. That's something.
This is war, man! War's hell!
So the main six are captured, and Chrysalis falls into the trap of getting too cocky, resulting in Shining Cadence blasting Team Rocket off again! And all with the wedding proceeds as planned.
And that was a Canterlot wedding. But was it good?
Well, I thought it was, though Princess Luna being absent for the majority of the episode was a bother.
Me personally, my biggest gripe was Chrysalis herself. The changeling idea is good and interesting in concept, but nothing about Chrysalis, her plans themselves, make any sense. Unless you consider this line.
But I still want him to be all mine.
She does not love him, but she wants him to love her. Now, why would she specifically state this? I will answer this question by using something that no other brony has access to when reviewing the Canterlot wedding. Current, up-to-date fandom knowledge! Now, Shining Armor's most obvious ability that he would have that Chrysalis would want would be the fact that he has a giant shielding spell that can deflect everything. But Chrysalis has been shown in later seasons to have a throne that absorbs all magic, so having that shield spell would be relatively null and void. Not even Discord's magic was able to pierce the shielding power that is that throne room chair. And Cadence's magical abilities would also be null and void as well, even if she's an alicorn. So the question remains, why does she want him? Well, the answer's in the question. She wants the love that he's giving her. This isn't puppy dog that he was showing Cadence. He was genuine love. That's a lovesick fool about to get married. He's on honeymoon levels of love. This probably got Queen Chrysalis drunk off the power. So here is my headcanon. The plan was always for Queen Chrysalis to invade the Canterlot. But rather than have her minions scope out the terrain, she goes herself because she's very a proactive leader. And she decides to disguise herself as a princess who would be able to go everywhere more easily, which is how she's able to discover the underground caverns below Canterlot. She had the ability to maneuver around, and everything would have gone off flawlessly if she didn't take into account that she accidentally ran into Shining Armor, where she accidentally got drunk off his love and reverted back to her original form, similar to how Thorax reverted back when in the presence of Flurryheart. So, with the clear and present threat there, Shining Armor alerts all the other guards, but Chrysalis brainwashes him just in the nick of time to make him forget what exactly is attacking. So, he has the shield spell up at all times because he knows there's a threat, he just doesn't know what. Queen Chrysalis realized the problem, but constantly having Shining Armor brainwashed, she could bring down the shield at any time. But rather, she plays the slow game because she is constantly getting drunk off the power of Shining Armor's love for Cadence, thus increasing her strength by leaps and bounds, which is why she's genuinely surprised when she takes down Princess Celestia. And thus, this shows that she is both tactically a genius, but also kind of stupid and a addict. But hey, that's just a My Little Pony theory.
But I do have one last question. Where did the changelings end up?
Oh no! The changelings are attacking my channel!
Well, have fun!
BeatBlade? Where are you going? Come back! I thought we had something special! Yeah, I have no segue for this. Bye! Okay, changelings are attacking, I'm all by myself, I have this pencil, but I have no idea what to draw. Oh, how would they solve this problem on My Little Pony?
Using the power of friendship is how.
Satan, you're here!
Yep, since I couldn't figure out how to get you out, I decided to bring me and everybody else in.
You're all here!
Yep, and I also brought a little something, 'cause I felt nostalgic.
Alright, let's this be the most awesome thing this channel has ever produced.